It's Tuesday morning. Normally, what we do on Tuesdays is a self-storage tip or something, but because we did the Storers Den yesterday, then today we're doing this. We're doing the week in numbers. Right, so how was last week? Last week, by the way, every week there's some good and there's some bad, and this week is no exception. Last week was more bad than good because we only did 19 reservations, not very many movings, lost square foot, blah, 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 just normal January, February stuff. But this week or last week, the week we're talking about, was really, really good. I can't complain at all. And Mansfield is a gift that keeps on giving. There's one site that I'm particularly worried about that's on the red list because I have markings. I have a green, amber, and a red. So at the minute, the green, we've got three sites, I think it is. We've got Beverley, we've got Wrexham, and we've got Mansfield. They're all green. On the amber list, we've got Willoughby because we're under 70%. I mean, I don't even like being under 80%. And so that's slightly concerning. It's on the amber list. On the red list, we have Clough Road. And on the red list, it basically means shit, we need to do something because we aren't performing where we need to perform. So we need to do something, we need to look at it. And people have been asking me last week, how come Mansfield's done so good, better than other sites? And so I've inverted that. Inverted means looking at a problem at the upside down way, the different way. I've inverted it and I look at, okay, why hasn't Clough Road performed? And by the way, Clough Road has performed where we expected it to be on the projections, perfectly in line with the middle case projections, absolutely cock on. And so it's performed okay. There's no doubt about it. It's performed good. It's making money. It's doing well. But for my high standards, I would like it to be doing better. And what do I put it down to? Right, I put it down to a few things. Do we outposition everybody? Yes, we're in a great location. So it's not the position, but the competition around the area is fierce. There is so many container sites around us. There is Armadillo just down the road. There is competition. So I'm over. And by the way, no regrets in opening because obviously it's making money. So there's no regrets there at all. But it's definitely learned me something that competition matters. Well, who's around you matters because sometimes I think, do you know what? As long as you outposition people, you're fine. And almost the amount of square foot per capita is irrelevant because we outposition people. And it's not. I never think it's irrelevant, but I always think if we outposition somebody, it's not a problem. But I don't think that's the case. I think you really need to look in the amount of square foot per capita in a 1 mile and 3 mile and compare that to the amount of households and the amount of population there is. And if the numbers don't add up, then it means that it's going to be a struggle. We've got to fight tooth and nail for every single booking that we get at Clough Road. And another thing that matters that we don't often talk about is the amount of disposable income in the area, how affluent an area is. Can they afford self-storage? And there's no way it's as affluent around Clough Road as it is in Willoughby. And I don't think anybody from Hull will dispute that at all. Willoughby is definitely more affluent than Clough Road area. And that is something that I haven't really looked at or focused on before. For example, there's other self-storage facilities come available around the Clough Road area, around different areas in Hull. And I'm thinking, that is an amazing site. But I'm thinking, wait a second, just because it's in a good location, I know the area. I know it's not very affluent. I know that it's a bit of a dive, is that area. And so I'm not going to open a self-storage there. And it's got me thinking about the other areas that I see in different locations. I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's an amazing location, but what is it like? Is it a dive? Where did I go to? Was it Rochdale? No. Oh, I went somewhere recently, just before Christmas, to have a look at this site. It was an amazing site. I nearly put an offer and got even seen it. And I went there to have a look. And the square foot per capita was great. Everything was pointing in the right direction. But then I went to the area, and the shops had smashed glass. There was shops that was closed, and that there was the glass had all been smashed. Oh, another one. Another email just come from. And then there was car washes that had graffiti all over it, closed down. I'm thinking, holy shit, this is the Bronx. We don't want to be here. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I feel like that we've got to look. And Jesus Christ, I go on. We have to look at we have to take everything into consideration, and that is the amount of square foot. Yes, that's really, really important, but how affluent an area is as well. And so with Mansfield, I am going to do a different podcast of why I think Mansfield's done really, really well. Because when someone asked me the question, it got me thinking. I was like, why has it done so well? It has done really well, but why? And I'm like, right, let's have a look at this, because there's got to be something in this. What have we done differently? How have we looked at it? And so I love people asking me questions, because sometimes somebody asks a question that you've never really focused on yourself, and it gives you time to sit back and think about it. So anyway, I don't even know what I was on about, but Mansfield's doing well. Clough Road is starting to be a worry. By the way, when I say worry in self-storage is different to worry in other businesses. A worry in self-storage is we're not making a bag full of money, we're only making a little bit of money. And so it's still making money, it's still doing it's obviously covering its costs and everything like that, which is awesome. But I just wanted to make sure that it does a little bit better. Anyway, so right, let's get on with it and let's dive into Clough Road and all the good stuff. Right, last week, headlines, 117 quotes. We was plus, it says 822 square foot for the week. I don't know if it is actually 822. Do you know what? I'm going to pause this and have a look at it, because I've done 822. It can't be 822, but I'll count it and get back to you. I'm back. No, it's not 800. I don't know where the heck that figure's come from. Yeah, it's not. We've gained 822 square foot last week. We gained 795. So we're way out. Well, not way out, but we're out. So yeah, so we gained 795 last week. We had 35 reservations, which is really, really good. Reservations quotes is a conversion rate of 30% overall, which is really, really good. Well, really, really good. That's where we want to be at. That's the standard. That's the standard we want to set. 30% of our quotes we want to convert into reservations. Move-ins, we had 25 move-ins last week, and so that is in a conversion rate of 21%. Let's have a look at the other stuff. By the way, this is all on mrselfstorage.com. So if you want to read all this good stuff, then head on over there and put your email address in, and I bug this shit out Monday to Friday. I send you a daily email. You'll love it. Right. Weekly revenue. We took last week 39,217, 7,182 at Mansfield, 3,683 at Wrexham, 4,160 at Clough Road, 3,387 at Beverley, and 20,803 at Willoughby. Right. How many people, I know what you're asking, how many people booked online? I'm going to tell you. There was 5 people who booked online last week, which was really good. It's really, really good that people booking online is great. Obviously, it's fantastic because we don't do any other work. 14% of our bookings booked online, really, really good. It's starting to increase that, which is nice to see. The trend is definitely increasing over the years, which you'd expect people to do online bookings more and more and more. As long as your information is good on your website, it enables people to book online. The more objections and questions you can answer in your copy, your website copy, then the better. And also, we've also had people book from the live chat. We have live chat. When we have people available, we have live chat. And it's free, by the way. It's My First Million podcast, who bought The Hustle. I can't believe I forgot it. HubSpot. Yeah, it's free on there, and live chat, dead easy to set up. And yeah, when we've got people that can man it and talk to people, and we have live chat on there, which is definitely beneficial. KTO did 11 reservations last week, which is really, really good, especially considering that she was off ill for 1 or 2 days last week as well. So really good there. James did 10 reservations, and Jack did 7. Online with 5, and Angela did 2. She's been ill as well. I don't know what's been happening to self-storage, Stormore HQ, but everybody's been ill. Right, Willoughby. I was going to make a joke there about people kissing their phone. No, let's be professional. Anyway, Willoughby, 22 quotes, so very, very low on the quotes. Normally we do much, much higher rate there, 28 plus. We want to have 4 a day, so a little bit concerning there. So not a lot of quotes, but we still did 8 reservations, and that's a conversion rate of 36%, really good there. We had 8 move-ins, which is 36% as well. Total move-ins, we had 875 people move in, 820 move out, so we're up 55. Bit disappointing because we were supposed to be up I anticipated around about 500 square foot up this week, and so more people moved out. This is why it's on the amber list. Yeah, more people moved out than we expected. 322 internal rooms occupied, 41 containers. We've got 69.87% occupancy. I don't like that. Don't like that figure at all. We need to be getting up to the 80s plus at least. Average insurance last week was 8,750, which is good. Due to move in next week is 475 and 185 move out. So we're due to be around about 300 square foot up next week. So I need it to be over 500 square foot. Got to be over 500 square foot positive this next week. Has to be. Yeah, I expect we'll do it. Right, Clough Road, really good on the quotes, 34 quotes, nothing to worry about there. But the conversion rate, this is what we're talking about, the conversion rate here. We did 4 reservations, so the conversion rate is just 12%. Why? Because we've got a lot of competition around there, and we want to charge what we feel like we're worth. And the problem is, it's not a very affluent area. So when we want to charge a higher price point, we can't, because of the competitors are outpricing us. They're not outpositioning us, but they're outpricing us. And so we find it incredibly difficult to actually convert our customers, because we want to charge more than people can afford to spend. The implied affordability just isn't there, which is a bit of a worry. But we're still over, I think, I can't remember exactly what price per square foot we are now in the site, but we're still, I think it's around about £24 per square foot, which is good. But at Beverley, we're charging £30 per square foot, and that's an outdoor site. So yeah, it just, the competition really does matter. What competition are around you, and yeah, to compete, it's very, very difficult. And so yeah, we're converting at 12% for quotes to reservations. We had 8 move-ins this week, which was good. So that's a conversion rate of 24%, which isn't too bad. So square foot moved in 625, square foot moved out 910. So we lost 285 square foot. Not good. The insurance is pretty good here. We're averaging £6,250 worth of insurance. Next week move-ins, we've got 3 move-ins for 250 and 1 move out for 25. So again, it should be a really, really good week. But we thought that last week and it wasn't. Right, Beverley, we've got 11 quotes. So a little bit better than the quotes from the previous week. We had 3 reservations, which is a 27% conversion rate. We only had 1 person move in, and so that's a 9% conversion rate. We was, in fact, up. We moved in 125 and moved out 100. So we're up 25 square foot. We've got 81 internal rooms occupied. The store occupancy is 84%. And yeah, we've got, sorry, I've just, Self-Storage Association emailed me, and I've just realised that I haven't got back to people in the Self-Storage Association. Some emails and everything. I'm like, no, shoot. I think they wanted me to do some sort of training on how to retain customers. And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. Put me down for that. I want to listen to that one, but a person leading it, no, I have no idea how you retain customers. I've looked into absolutely everything to how we can stop our churn being high, how we can affect the churn rate. What can we do to keep our customers longer? I've looked into absolutely everything. I've done everything. I don't know. In other industries, no problem. You can affect churn. But when there's no longer a need, there's no longer a need. And it's, if anybody has a magic bullet out there or anything they do to help churn, but how do you keep a customer who wants to leave, who no longer needs you? How do you keep them? If somebody else has done that, that is amazing, because I shouldn't be leading that, because I'm as blind as everybody else on this subject. I've looked into it. I've asked many experts in America and England, and everybody says the same. And so if the Self-Storage Association are putting on a masterclass about that, I will attend, but I'm not the person to lead it, because I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. Anyway, so square foot moved in next week. We've got 2 move-ins due next week for 320 square foot. We've got 1 move out for 160. So it should be a good week, and that means we should be 160 square foot up, and that means that it'll boost our occupancy well over 85%. So Beverley just keeps on doing well. It's a good site. Wrexham, again, good site. I'm over the moon. Wrexham, 21 quotes. That's brilliant. 6 reservations, so not well, mind you, 29% conversion rate. Yes, not too bad. We only had one move in though. I think everybody's moving in this week. So one move in, so that means it was a conversion rate of 5%. 160 square foot moved in, 75 square foot moved out, net 85. We've got 4 move-ins due for next week for 640 square foot. So what is that an average? Average of 160 square foot. So we've got 4 containers moving in this next week and 1 move out for 35 square foot. So Wrexham is brilliant. This year, we're going to take £200,000 at Wrexham. So we've doubled the previous owner's revenue, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. For a small site, don't get me wrong, we've done some capital expenses and etc. But yeah, I should do a masterclass on that. Huh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, what have we done at Wrexham and how we've done it and stuff, and do a masterclass. Oh yeah, that could be good. Anyway, yeah, it's really, really good. Wrexham is brilliant. We've really done well there, and I'm really excited, proud, pleased. And capital expenses, yes, we've made a container yard. There was never a container yard there before. We made a container yard, put containers in, etc. But we've increased the revenue by £100,000 over. That is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, Wrexham good. Mansfield, Jesus Christ, how long have I been talking for? This is mental. Mansfield, 29 quotes for Mansfield. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Mansfield outpositions everybody, and it's on a busy road. There was low square foot per capita. There's not anymore, so nobody come to Mansfield. Low square foot per capita. We've just done everything right there. We've done. Do you know what we've done? It's been a home run. It's the epitome of doing a good job. And I don't often say that I've done a good job, but I've done a good job. It's the team's done a good job. We've done a good job. The offering's perfect. Everything is perfect with Mansfield. I don't. When you, I could have done some. Yeah. There is things I've done wrong. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely things I've learned from. Like, for example, the corridors. I should have made the corridors smaller in width. They didn't need to be that big, but I took my eye off the ball on that. But yeah, there's loads of mistakes I've made. Not everything's perfect. Everything I've just said there, I'm thinking, oh no, then there's a door, then there's a no key that's got, oh no. Forget everything I've just said. It's not perfect by a long shot. I fucked up loads. But the big decisions we've done right. But could we have done 3 floors as well instead of 2 floors? I don't know, because Kevin Thompson came to our Clough Road site and he goes, Dean, do you want me to upset you? I'm like, no, no, Kevin, no. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I can't speak highly enough of that man. And he said basically, he'd already said to me, Bob, he goes, do you want me to be brutally honest and tell you everything, or do you want me to just sugarcoat some things? I said, no, mate. There's no point in you coming and sugarcoating things because I'm not going to learn. I only learn and educate myself if people tell me where I fucked up. And then so he said, I'm going to tell you something that's going to really upset you, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. I'm like, okay, tell me. And he said, I think you could get 3 floors in this instead of 2. I was like, oh no, because when we do eventually sell, that's potentially like £500,000 to 7 figures difference. Ugh, I was like, shit. Yes, you have upset me, Kevin. And so Mansfield, I looked at Mansfield now and thinking, have we done the same? Have we made the same mistake? I don't know. I have to get the measurements out and have a look. Anyway, right. So yes, we've done Jesus Christ! I just go. I'm just talking. It's like this is like therapy for me. So yes, we have done a good job. We found a great location, a great lease for a right price per square foot. We negotiated a good deal. We got 18 months half price, which is really good. Yeah, we've done the good things. We've done the major things right. And like I said to my team yesterday, I said, my job is to get the quotes. Your job is so basically the marketing and stuff like that. So my job is to do that, make sure the quotes are coming in. Your job is to finish them off. get the reservations. So I'm like De Bruyne, Dino De Bruyne, and you're like Haaland. I'm setting you up with chances with the quotes, and then you just got to put the ball in the back of net with reservations. And we're a great team. It's great. Anyway, so yeah, Mansfield's done really, really well. Couldn't be happier. 29 quotes last week. Get on with it, Dean. Number of reservations were 14. Incredible. 48% conversion rate. Dave Davies, when he came down as well, he said, Dean, the question is, are you doing so well because you are good and it's a great site, great location, or is it because you're too cheap? And that's a great question. Great question. And I think that we are potentially too cheap because you probably shouldn't be converting at over 35%. If you're converting at over 35%, and by the way, I know it's only 1 week, I'm talking as a whole. If you're converting at over 35%, then you're probably too cheap because you don't want to be you don't want to be converting massively. Obviously, in an ideal world, you want to be converting. Of course, you do, but it's an indicator. The conversion rate is an indicator to your offer, and so is your offer too good? And so there definitely is an argument to say that our offer is too good at Mansfield, definitely. But the great thing is we can do our revenue management. The main thing was getting the people in. We've got 11,150 square foot moved in at the minute at Mansfield. Now we've got them people moved in, we can do our revenue management and we can start increasing our street rate because we've got the stable stars, we've got the stable people in paying our overheads. So we've got them in now, and then now we can start increasing revenue, we can start pushing prices, the street rate, etc. And so that is something that we've got to look at because why wouldn't we? We've got to maximise it, haven't we? We're going to run out of space at bloody Mansfield. We are currently, does it tell you how full we are here? Yes, 53% full at the minute. That is great. 53% full at Mansfield. I could go on all day and talk about how pleased I am. Right, so we moved in 7 people last week. So that's a conversion rate of 25%. We moved in 1,315 and moved out 400. Now, it's not as good or as bad as it sounds because 1,315 square foot moved in, but that was some transfer. Somebody moved out of a 250 square foot room, I think, and then moved into 3 containers. So it's not as good as it looks, but it's not as bad on the move outs either. Either way, we're 915 square foot up last week. That is incredible. We've got 9 of the 10 containers rented out, which is good. So we need to order some more containers there. Amount of move-ins, moved in 12 people. Amount of move-outs, moved out 3. So we've got 107 rooms occupied. 107 rooms in less than just over 3 months. Brilliant stuff. 53% rented out, as you know. And the insurance. This is one thing that bugs me about Mansfield. The insurance levels. The average insurance is like 4,000 something for the site. And last week it was 5,142. We need to be insuring more. So it's better than previous weeks at 5,000, but I just don't know why our insurance is good everywhere else. And don't get me wrong, by any normal standards, insurance is really, really good here. But I just want it to be a little bit higher, the insurance. And at the minute, it's 5,142. And like I say, it's good for the customers and good for us as well because they're insuring their goods correctly and we're charging correctly. So everybody wins. Right, next week, move-ins. We've got 5 move-ins for 410 square foot. We've got 2 move-outs for 100 square foot. So again, it's going to be another positive week. I reckon it's going to be plus 500 square foot again. So yeah, over the moon there. In total, 35 reservations. 3 were Beverley, so it's 32 reservations. So the conversion rate, we have 475 new visitors last week. I'm getting my mobile phone out to find the calculator. We have 475 move-ins, new visitors, and 32 reservations. So that's a conversion rate of 6.7%. Our website is converting last week at 6.7%, which is really, really good. What else can we tell you? You're not interested about my daily steps. I think I should shut up now and move on. Right. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.